Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl by the numbers, Auburn vs. UCF. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Number 12 UCF, 12-0, vs. Number 7 Auburn, 10-3. 11:30 a.m. Monday, ESPN. Mercedes Stadium in Atlanta. 0 games were won in 2015 or have been lost in 2017 by UCF. The Knights had a 6-7 record in 2016. One more win than loss for Auburn in games played in Atlanta. The Tigers have a 48-47-8 record in Georgia's capital city. One game is left at UCF for coach Scott Frost. After guiding the Knights on Monday, Frost will depart as Nebraska's head coach. Frost had an 18-7 record in 2 seasons at UCF. One place kicker in NCAA FBS history has scored more career points than Auburn's Daniel Carlson, who has 471. Zane Gonzalez scored 494 points for Arizona State from 2013 through 2016. Because 6 of Carlson's points came on a touchdown, he's actually third on the all-time points by kicking list, with Florida State's Dustin Hopkins 1 point ahead of him. Hopkins scored 466 kicking points from 2009 through 2012. 3 other players have scored more points than Carlson: Navy QB Keenan Reynolds with 530 from 2012 through 2015, Louisiana Tech RB Kenneth Dixon with 522 from 2012 through 2015, and Wisconsin RB Monty Ball with 500 from 2009 through 2012. 2 victories and 17 losses against SEC opponents for UCF since the Knights joined the NCAA FBS in 1996. UCF defeated Alabama 40-38 on October 28, 2000, and Georgia 10-6 in the Liberty Bowl on December 31, 2010. Auburn owns 3 of the SEC's victories over UCF. The Tigers defeated the Knights 41-14 on September 27, 1997, 10-6 on November 7, 1998, and 28-10 on November 6, 1999. 3 previous Auburn Bowl appearances have featured an undefeated opponent. The Tigers defeated Oregon 22-19 in the BCS National Championship game on January 10, 2011, lost to Florida State 34-31 in the BCS National Championship game on January 6, 2014, and tied Syracuse 16-16 in the Sugar Bowl on January 1, 1988. 3 teams have not allowed an opponent to score 30 points in a game this season, including Auburn. The other teams are Alabama and Wisconsin. UCF has scored at least 31 points in every game this season. 6 victories, 7 losses, and 2 ties in games played on January 1 for Auburn. UCF has played once on New Year's Day, beating Baylor 52-42 in the Fiesta Bowl to end the 2013 season. 7 teams with otherwise perfect records lost a game to Auburn during the SEC era. The Tigers gave the only loss of the season to Georgia in 1942, Miami, FLA, in 1954, Tennessee in 1970, Georgia in 1971, Houston in 1973, Florida in 2006 and Oregon in 2010. Auburn could have this happen twice this season. The Tigers play undefeated UCF in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and have pinned the only loss so far this season on Alabama and Georgia, who are participating in the college football playoff. 7 victories without a loss for Auburn under coach Gus Malzahn when playing in home games involving 2 ranked teams. In ranked vs ranked games away from Jordan-Hare Stadium, the Tigers have a 4-10 record under Malzahn. Entering Monday's game, Auburn is ranked 7th and UCF 10th in the Associated Press poll. Monday's game will be the 150th Auburn game involving 2 ranked teams. The Tigers have a 76-69-4 record in those games. 8 previous bowl appearances have been made by UCF. The Knights have a 3-5 bowl record. UCF has played 2 SEC opponents in bowls, both in the Liberty Bowl. The Knights lost to Mississippi State 10-3 on December 29, 2007, and defeated Georgia 10-6 on December 31, 2010. Monday's game will be UCF's first Peach Bowl appearance. 8 Auburn games have featured at least 40 points for the Tigers, a school record for most 40-point games in one season, surpassing the 7 40-point games posted by the 2010 team that won the BCS National Championship. Auburn scored 41 points against Georgia Southern, 51 against Missouri, 49 against Mississippi State, 44 against Ole Miss, 52 against Arkansas, 42 against Texas A&M, 40 against Georgia and 42 against Louisiana Monroe in 2017. 13 TD passes have been caught by UCF WRTRE Juan Smith in 2017, one short of the school single-season record set by Brett Cooper in 1992. 18 victories, 15 losses, and 1 tie for SEC teams in the Peach Bowl. Auburn has represented the conference 5 times in Atlanta and posted a 4-1 record in the bowl. The Tigers defeated Indiana 27-23 on December 29, 1990, Clemson 21-17 on January 2, 1998, Clemson 23-20 in overtime on December 31, 2007, and Virginia 43-24 on December 31, 2011, and lost to North Carolina 16-10 on December 31, 2001. A victory by Auburn would tie the Tigers with LSU for the most Peach Bowl victories. 28.1 yards has been the average of Auburn's opponents on kickoff returns in 2017, the highest in the nation entering the bowl season. UCF averaged 25.1 yards per kickoff return this season and returned 2 kickoffs for TDS. UCF's Mike Hughes has averaged 34.1 yards per kickoff return this season and is the only player in school history who has returned a kickoff, punt, and interception for TDS. 41 previous bowl appearances have been made by Auburn. The Tigers have a 23-16-2 bowl record. Auburn has had one previous bowl meeting with an AAC team, defeating Memphis 31-10 in the 2015 Birmingham Bowl. The Tigers have a 3-3 overall record against teams from the American and its predecessor, the Big East. 59 NCAA FBS teams have failed to score as many points this season as UCF scored in the first half in 2017. The Knights have scored 155 points in the first quarter and 185 points in the second quarter. 76 passes have been caught by WR Ryan Davis in 2017, 9 more receptions than any other Auburn player has had in one season. Davis broke the school record of 60 receptions established by Darvin Adams in 2009. Davis led the SEC in receptions entering the bowl season. 195 consecutive extra point attempts have been made by Auburn PK Daniel Carlson, the longest streak in SEC history. That's part of a streak of 222 PATs made by Auburn, which hasn't had a missed extra point attempt since November 9, 2013. The Tigers' streak is the longest in the nation. The NCAA FBS record for consecutive PATs is 302 by Florida State. 593 points have been scored by UCF, the most in the nation entering the bowl season. The Knights had the nation's highest scoring average at 49.4 points per game, and their 80 TDS also were number 1. 1,320 rushing yards have been compiled by Auburn RB Kerryon Johnson this season, the most in the SEC entering the bowl season. Johnson was the SEC Offensive Player of the Year and finished 9th in the Heisman Trophy balloting for 2017. 3,795 passing yards have been recorded by UCF QB Mackenzie Milton this season, a school record. He's also thrown a school record 35 TD passes in 2017. Milton was the AAC Offensive Player of the Year and finished 8th in the Heisman Trophy balloting for 2017.